أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to start by thanking the organizers of this program for organizing such a gathering that is meant to honor the shuhada of the Zaria massacre and also to remember the atrocities that were committed, and also to hopefully revive in the advocacy of what's going on, because it is still ongoing.
اول از همه میخوام تشکر کنم به خاطر این اجتماعی که به خاطر این اتفاق تشکیل شده و مدافعینی که بالاخره هستن و از ما دفاع میکنن.
The atrocity of the Zaria massacre that occurred 5 years ago in 2015 between our home and Husseiniya Baqiyatullah and Dar Rahma back in Zaria was, it's not exactly necessarily an unheard of thing that an authority goes and kills people, but in our context, for us, it was certainly unprecedented. We haven't seen something like that, and we have not assumed that the government was willing to go to that extent in its enmity with the Islamic movement.
این اتفاق 5 سال پیش سال 2015 اتفاق افتاد که ما هم همچین اتفاقی رو پیش بینی نمی کردیم و تا به حال هم همچین اتفاقی نیفتاده بود.
And despite the very clear injustice in their actions and the fact that there is no person, even a child or a grown person or anybody, that can conscionably defend what they did, they continue to clamp down on the activities of the Islamic movement and also continue to detain my parents along with other people that were detained for years before they were released. And sadly, they're not showing any signs of remorse or intention to stop in their tracks at any point in time. If anything, they have every intention of continuing, because it looks at this point very clear that they've already gone far enough that they don't care about their reputation, whether or not it's sullied.
با توجه به اینکه این حرکت اسلامی که هیچ کودکی و یا هیچ اتفاق ناگواری ما رقم نزده بودیم، اینها بدون اینکه به اون وجهه خودشون دقت بکنن و به صورت کاملا ناگهانی این حرکت رو نسبت به ما انجام دادن و پدر و مادر من رو زندانی کردن بدون اینکه توجهی بکنن به اون وجهه‌ای که دارن و به قانون و غیره.
Their actions since then up until now only they went and committed this atrocity of killing people and trying to, in their efforts of trying to stop the Islamic movement in its tracks and hopefully shutting down any voice that would continue to emulate my father's calling or to potentially scare people enough to get them away from the calling. And sadly for them, their actions have not done that, but only the opposite, because we can see very clearly that what they did not create more fear in our hearts or made more people think that they would not continue on this path, but rather have strengthened our hearts, and it has only enriched our hearts with certainty that we are on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
با توجه به این حرکتی که انجام دادن و پدر و مادر من رو زندانی کردن، اما این حرکتشون خلاف اون کاری که و اون هدفی که میخواستن رو باعث شد که این اطمینان ما و اعتقاد قلبی ما خیلی بیشتر بشه و با اطمینان جلو بریم و باعث شد که مردم توجهشون خیلی بیشتر جلب بشه.
What they have done, whether or not they do realize it, with the way that they have carried this case up until now, from 2015 to this date, with their very clear show of uncertainty and how much they have exposed themselves and the people that puppeteer them to do the actions that they do. I don't believe that the Nigerian government understands to what extent they have caused damage for their efforts, in their own effort to stop, this ideology, to stop the fikra of Islamic struggle. They have created a foundation, not intentionally certainly, but they have strengthened the foundation of it instead of weakening it. And with every year that passes since what they have done, with witnessing our brothers and sisters getting killed, despite the fact that this may have been quite painful, and it still is when we do remember the people that we cannot interact with in person today, what they do not understand is that I don't believe they understand that, leaving this world is the only thing that we are certain of once we come to this world. We're not certain that we will breathe, eat, sleep. We're not certain of anything. We're not certain that we wouldn't get sick, but we're certain we will leave this world. And we're only honored that our shuhada left the world the way that they did. Continue.
هر سال که از این اتفاق میگذره، از زمانی که سال 2015 این اتفاق افتاد، فکر میکنم که دولت مردان نیجریه نمیدونن که خودشون بدون قصد و بدون اینکه توجهی داشته باشن چه حرکتی رو باعث شدن. ما در مورد خوردن، در مورد پوشاک و غیره هیچ اطمینانی نداریم، اما مطمئن هستیم که در این دنیا زندگی خواهیم کرد و با اطمینان این حرکت رو ادامه خواهیم داد. قطعاً اینها متوجه نبودن و فکر میکنم که متوجه نبودن دولت مردان نیجریه که باعث چه اتفاقی در نیجریه و در کل دنیا شدند.